What up,
What
Karla?
How you doing?
Spontaneous cup of joy episode.
Listen, that's the way we do it around here. Happy Thursday, man.
Happy Thursday, Karla.
Yeah.
February.
Wow. It's happening so fast. It's then
is
going to be
happening
April,
fast.
and then
Well, the reason, we don't have a guest today. We should start with that.
correct.
You shouldn't be disappointed because it's Karla and I, right?
Yeah, this is all you need.
But the reason we wanted to bring you this episode is because it is happening so fast. We have a lot going on.
Mhm.
And wanted to take a moment to
plug
use
it in.
this platform to share some of that.
Yes. Where do we start?
Let's start with something that you're very involved in
Mhm.
that we sort of soft announced yesterday.
Okay.
So that would be two things. So let me narrow it down further. Certain fellowship. Do you want to talk about that?
Yes. Gotcha. All right. So the Ashe Leaders Fellowship just opened the nominations for its second cohort. And essentially, this fellowship to me is really exciting because it's really place-based. So we started off our first cohort in 3 communities. We had Akron, Ohio, the Inland Empire, and Jackson, Mississippi. And now for cohort 2, and this means that, right, like you nominate someone within these small communities, within these small communities,
Yeah.
but we're expanding now and we're adding Oakland, we're adding Baltimore, and we are adding Cleveland. So we're looking for leaders, right, who have demonstrated a commitment and positive affection to their communities where they work and where they live. Ideally, a fellow would have lived there for at least 5 years within that community. You know, it's someone who has some interest and experience with either like design, teaching, and learning, with systems, any work that can impact youth. Let me, shorten it down.
Yeah.
And there's also a stipend for this. So this is an 18-month fellowship. And we do have a stipend for the work. And we do have, in-person convenings. They work within we call them squads. So you'll be working alongside 3 other fellows that are within your community to get some work done. So that's
Why don't
awesome.
we're not even done with our first fellowship, and like the sort of supportive collateral that's been developed, only because we've been able to point a camera at some really inspiring folks.
Mhm.
So let's give this a little bit more context. I'll play a very short video. Hopefully the sound will work.
Ashe is a West African word that means "so it shall be." We decided
Eunice
on that
Mitchell
name
in the
because
house.
it embodies everything that we believe about supporting leaders, that they should be able to show up the way they are, whole, authentic, with dreams and aspirations to actually see the work through.
The redesign and change that we all believe is necessary and that young people deserve in these communities, the ability to make those changes exists within these leaders. So there's an emphasis on leaders that live in a place and providing them the tools and support to affect that change.
The capacities and values they bring: care, respect for others, humility, and an abiding interest in racial justice. For all those reasons, Big Picture is precisely the organization to be doing this kind of work.
Yay.
Karla, unintentionally,
What?
I think we should just go ahead and rename this podcast the San Diego Podcast. I feel like we talk about San Diego so much. We're in San Diego so much. San Diego was heavily featured in that video. So
I mean, yeah. Well, that was the San Diego convening. Yes. I mean, and yeah, we're staying with the same location. This San Diego is so impactful. So proud to be from. Anyway, all right. What else do we have?
Well, can you give a little bit more context about the nomination and application process? Because I think that could be a little bit confusing because it's actually 2 pieces, right?
Yes, it's 2 pieces, right? So in order to apply to the fellowship, you first have to be nominated. If you go to our website, ashefellows.org, you will see what that nomination process looks like. You can literally send this link to someone who can nominate you, right? If you're like, I want to do this, send it to a supervisor, send it to a friend. nominate me. And then we move forward with those nominations and recommendations. You will automatically get an application link once you get nominated. So I think, the first step is nomination.
I'm gonna
and sorry, deadline March 31st. So you have quite some time, but it's better to get it in earlier. Sooner the better.
Okay. Watch this beautiful transition, Karla.
Right.
So you and I were at the Big Picture Leadership Conference in December, where we hosted one of our leadership journeys. One of our leaders speaking is a current Ashe Fellow, Tori.
Yes.
And now we're going to head to Austin soon to do leadership journeys again at South by Southwest.
Yes. Whew. We were just in Austin last month to scout for a place, but I'm so excited we have our lineup for this leadership journeys. Do we want to announce our lineup?
Yeah, let's do it. I don't have the image up, but we can convey the image. Go ahead.
I blanked on last names.
Let me do it.
Okay, thank you.
Well, we've got two returners.
Yes.
So we got Dina Simmons, who formed her own organization, Liberated. We've got Christopher Emden, who his resume, like Dina's, is super long. And I think at this point, I'm calling him endowed professor at University of Southern California. And then we've got Frances Massano, who is the new CEO of the New School of Venture Fund. We're excited.
We are super excited. And we are, our venue, I think, has the, capacity and ability to host more people than we've had before. So we're really excited to do this. And we have Timothy Jones on the mic as well. And we have DJ Mickey Breeze.
That's right.
So it's going to be a party. What day is it?
Tuesday, March 7th, 7 p.m. Central Time at Luster Pearl Rainey, right near the Convention Center. So if you're going to be in Austin for South by Southwest EDU, definitely come to Leadership Journeys. Should we show folks what it looked like last year in Austin?
Yeah, let's do it.
Ooh, okay, here we go.
All the teachers that told me I never amount to nothing. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine, salt and pepper and heavy tea up in the limousine, hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack, Mr. Magic Molly Moore.
Lost my life, I has to fight. Nazareth, I'm up on you, up, but if God got us, then we are. Driving me out of my mind. That's why it's hard for me to that girl is
Wow. That brings me so much joy to see, because it's like we put on this really freaking cool event that is unlike anything you really have seen at like conferences. It gets people moving. It feels like community. It feels like home and joy and vulnerability.
And there was a blink and you'll miss it cameo from Secretary of Education Miguel Cardona, who just appeared at last year's Leadership Journeys. We had to pass him a mic, and he took it. We really appreciated that.
Yeah. Who knows who we might bring this time?
For sure.
Who might show up?
Who does know, Karla?
I don't know. All right. What's next? Well,
we
should have a website for Leadership Journeys, actually.
There is information about Leadership Journeys in general on the Big Picture website. If you go to bigpicture.org/influence.
Gotcha. There you go.
There's also an Eventbrite for the South by event. I'll look for the link and drop it in here in a second. While I'm doing that, can you grab the mic and tell folks about another event that's coming up this year?
Big Bang? Yes, we are right. Big Bang. That's
Yeah,
the
do it. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So you know how it do. Our annual Big Bang conference happening end of July. This time we are headed to Kansas City. We're really excited, and I'll be there in about 2 weeks to go scout for our Leaving to Learns. We have. Do we have not a headline? Do we have a keynote?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. What else do you want me to say about Big Bang? Registration is
Yes.
opening when, Chris?
February 14th, Valentine's Day. That is on purpose because we would love for you to register for Big Bang.
For real.
I mean,
That's cute, though.
it's actually a perfect time for us to open registration because, enough time has passed from the leadership conference for us to get ready for registration to open.
Wow.
And we'd love for folks to just go ahead and make their plans when they have a moment to, whether that's February 14th, whether it's June 30th. It is helpful for us to kind of get a sense up front who we're going to see and how many people we're going to see. So if you can register earlier, it helps us. It's certainly not mandatory.
Yes, really excited for some good barbecue. I've done my research.
Anyway, let's backtrack for a moment because as promised, listen, this looks like a long link, but stick with me for a second. BPL, Big Picture Learning, LJ, Leadership Journeys, at South by Southwest 23.eventbrite.com. So that's BPL LJ at South by Southwest 23.eventbrite.com, which is where you can go to learn more about Leadership Journeys at South by and register for it. We don't turn folks away. It helps us understand where we are in terms of capacity. A lot of folks register and then don't show up. We get it. There's a lot of things going on in Austin that are exciting. But registering does help us get a sense for, just like Big Bang, who's going to be there and how full the room will be. In this case, it's not a room. It's an open outdoor venue that we're praying to the March Texas gods that they're kind to us.
Have you seen them? They're freezing right now.
I feel for them. I'm more concerned about March and not February.
Warm up is what Chris is saying.
Yes.
All right.
Well, that's all the plugs I had thought of. Is there one that we're missing?
Shoot. I mean,
we have reached the 12-minute mark. Should I? One thing we tell our speakers that I don't think we've ever told our guests, our watchers, is that just a little sort of back of house. If you ever see the logo change from the coffee cup to the alarm clock, that's basically us telling our guest, wrap it up. So just a little inside scoop on what some of the engineering of this show is like.
And also, if you're watching this and you're like, I would love to come on A Cup of Joy and, plug my work or connection to BPL or just anything, let us know. Where could they contact us?
We both have our Twitter handles.
Yes, that's true. DM us.
And you can also email us. Our emails are pretty simple. First name at bigpicturelearning.org.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Take us home, Karla.
Well, I hope you make it. I was trying to think of something instead of just going into like make it a great day or not.
Yeah.
But thank you for joining us. Check out all the links. If you know of anyone that's a great fit for Ashe Fellows, please recommend them or nominate them or send them the information. And with that, and register for all our stuff. And with that, we hope you make it a great day or not. The choice is yours. See y'all later.
Bye.